Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. And what we do around here is discuss psychological, emotional, and coaching-related topics. And we do that in an audio format several times every day. We've got over 230 options for you to choose from, so hopefully something is helpful for you. Please like, subscribe, comment below if there's a topic we can cover that we haven't already, and hopefully we can do that for you within a few days. Anyway, we're going to talk about a really simple video today, and that is 5 ways to know you're truly an independent person. And I will say, in 16 years of working with people, 13 in running my own business, I notice, especially in Western society, that independence is faltering. Interdependence and codependence. Interdependence is a good thing, but codependence, to me, is rising, and a lot of that has to do with independent problem-solving skills not being at the forefront of what we teach children, and then not being at the forefront of what we teach young adults. And so now people having to problem-solve is becoming harder, not to mention the rise in prevalence and media of things like mental health issues and a Wookiee economy and a whole bunch of other things. So while I find that independence is dropping, there are some ways to know if you're on the right track to becoming independent. There's nothing wrong with being interdependent or even codependent in very short spurts, as long as you have an exit plan to get yourself to mental, emotional, physical, and financial independence. So I want to talk about 5 things here. The balance of help versus problem solving on your own. The natural inclination is to seek attention and approval because we live in a society that is now focused on instant gratification. That is, if you can go on social media and get someone's opinion, why should you think about what your options are on your own when there's literally hundreds or thousands or millions of opinions out there for you to pick the brain of? So finding a desire to be independent in your decision-making process is the first step. Secondly, learning to trust your decision-making process is the second step, but also maintaining the humility that you can't do everything or don't know how to do everything, and being willing to ask for help when needed and when it is directed. So, for example, if I'm running my business and I need to talk to a new client, I know how to do that. If I'm running my business and I need to do something that involves technology, I don't know how to do that. I can either A, be stubborn, or B, hire somebody or ask for help. I choose B because I save time, energy, effort, and my finished product is better than anything I'm going to put out anyway. The next one is realizing that the world doesn't owe you or I or anyone anything. The world is a series of possibilities. All things are possible, and therefore, good things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to bad people. Things happen, and we can determine the reason and the meaning for these things as we go along, but birth does not guarantee you the life you want or the life you're worth. It guarantees you the life you choose. Meaning, if you work hard, it will pay off eventually. If you don't and expect the world to make life easier for you, you probably, not definitely, but probably will be disappointed sooner or later. And when you give more than you receive, you are putting out, some would say, good vibes. Some would say doing the work of God or goddess. Others would say put out good energy. But giving and generosity is a key to success. And when we give, it's because we realize we're all in this together. We're all reflections of one human collective. The next is being financially responsible. Now, financial responsibility is difficult for lots of people. Many people aren't taught how to be good with money. I've never understood how we send kids, at least here in the United States, to school to learn algebra, but most of them couldn't balance a checkbook or explain interest on credit cards to you, and I find that completely useless. Yes, there are fields where you may use algebra, but regardless of where you're going in life, you're going to need to know how to handle basic financial responsibilities. And I think taking the things that are guaranteed that you're going to need to use and putting them in schools and colleges and other places is useful. Now, being good with money means knowing when to impulse buy to make yourself feel good, and that could be something as simple as a candy bar, knowing when to save, knowing how to set financial goals, but also knowing how to be loose enough to realize that if you're not hitting your goals, you need to rework what you're doing. And I will share publicly, because of the issue I had with being in a nursing care facility, I owe a lot of money in medical back and other bills that accumulated while I was there. And am I hitting every goal? No. Do I believe I will hit every goal at some point? Yes. But it's also, I'm living my life as though I'm doing the best I can. And being good with money is creating a plan, sticking to it, making small deviations when necessary, but always saving for that rainy day. A lot of people are struggling now with the pandemic because they were living beyond their means, and that's worldwide. It doesn't mean they're bad people, but smart financial choices are now more important than ever, I truly do believe. So, the next thing in being an independent person is owning your own choices, good and bad. You will make mistakes. You will hit a home run once in a while. You will probably offend somebody. You will probably help somebody. Every choice you make has actions that you take and consequences that come with it. Consequences can be good, bad, or neutral. Own your choices and your ability to maintain and develop preferences. Do not expect other people to validate whether you're making the right or wrong choice, because they're not living your life. And that's the thing. As long as you're not doing any direct harm to another person or yourself, the choices you make are independently yours. Don't let group thinking or social normalcy or pressure from family, friends, a partner, a boss change who you are to the point where if you were on your deathbed tomorrow, you regret making a series of choices. Instead, think about actions and consequences before making any important decision and say, am I willing to lose if I'm wrong and gain if I'm right in this decision? When the answer to that is yes, proceed. When it's no, reconfigure your decision making process. And I will be back as I need to get my phone, but we will be back momentarily. The last point worth making for this particular audio is constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is important because we can always improve. No matter how well we think we're doing, there's always improvement. There's also always mistakes that can be made. And so if someone's willing to give us constructive criticism, we should take it in its intended spirit, which is often, hey, this could be improved. Now, the key word there in that exchange is constructive. So if you can't take something from it, ignore it and leave it alone. Realize that there are people that have agendas all over the place. Positive and negative people have agendas, and it doesn't mean that you have to accept every agenda that's put forward. But discern what you can take and benefit from, leave what you can't, and don't lose sleep over the difference. So hopefully this has been helpful to you, and we will be back with more. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.